Do you feel like YouTube allows you to be yourself? You personally?
Me personally?
Or others in general, really?
Sometimes.
Why not all the time?
Because of the audience.
What if you don't have an audience? What if you're just starting out from scratch? You got nothing to base it off of?
Then you can be yourself, but I think then people stop being themselves sometimes once the audience shows up.
The audience will ultimately manipulate, dictate, and quite possibly mold who you think you are or who you pretend to be when you deliver these videos to them. So, yeah, that was kind of like the video I did the other day. I was reacting to Sarasota Tim for apologizing for being himself.
Yeah.
Strange.
Which is interesting. I don't apologize for being myself on 2.0, but then I try not to be as much of myself on...
Every now and then you get somebody who shows up over there who doesn't know you, and they quickly get shown the door. But why is that? Why the overall big picture? Why can't you be yourself, or why do you say that the audience won't allow you to be yourself?
Well, I think that for certain people and in certain niches or certain areas, it's hard to be yourself because the audience doesn't really want you. They want whatever you bring them, but without you as being part of it. And when you bring too much of you and they then crap on you, it can mess with you mentally, emotionally, and everything else.
So all usernames aside, when you say the audience, when you read comments, you're probably imagining this person.
Yes.
Which then becomes the same person, right?
Yeah, generally.
All the time.
All the time, generally speaking.
And that same person is like, great video, excellent, yada, yada, yada. And then another comment comes through that says, I just don't like the way you look today. And you look at it as the same person. That you was like, well, you just like me. And now all of a sudden you don't like me. I feel like it...
Not for me. That's not how it works.
Not all of them, because you know a lot of your usernames. But with a lot of comments... But some of these big channels don't have to worry about it because they don't read the comments because they're so large. But I don't like what?
I was going to say, I look at, for some reason, my main channel, I look at like Red Rover. Red Rover, send Squirrel Tribe right over. And depending on which side I'm sent to, they're either going to love me that day or they're going to hate me and kick me like I'm the redheaded stepchild.
Well, let's be honest here.
The more openly opinionated I am, the more I'm on the wrong side of Red Rover.
Let's be honest here. That is going to be tied to the topic. But you also don't want to talk about the same topic every single day.
No.
I would really love the opportunity to talk to Amala Ekpanobi.
Oh, so would I. I'm very curious.
You know, to understand what she sees and what she goes through, especially now that she's separated from PragerU. She's on her own, she's independent, and she seems very likable and very consistent. But at some point, there's got to be some people in there who say, I don't like you anymore.
Max, sorry, our dog is over there licking on the carpet.
And I would want to know what reasoning they give behind it, if it's even true, if it's even logical, because we know not every comment is logical.
No.
Which brings me to the point of making this video, but I'll get into that in a second. We got a Patreon, or Squirrel Tribe's got a Patreon. The link will be in the description. Go check it out. It helps support the channel.
Thank you.
We will be starting a brand new channel, but as I shared on Squirrel Tribe Life, we can't tell anybody about it. So if you find it, great. And we just need to continue to have these conversations and talks and chats. Are you doing some twists?
My back is tight, so I'm just twisting it out.
We're just going to have some conversations, some talks, and some chats. And as usual, most people probably be cool with it. And then, there will be some that aren't. But, we're not trying to please everybody with everything that we do.
And if they aren't happy, they could just leave the video.
And we're not intentionally trying to make them unhappy.
No. But when I'm watching something, if I no longer like it, I just change the channel. I will never understand the need to jump into the comment section and crap all over somebody just because you don't like what you're watching. Change the channel. It's called having free will for a reason. It will never make sense to me. I have never left comments like that on anybody's video, even if I hated every single thing about them. I don't like the way you breathe. I don't like the way you look. The things you're saying are stupid. Guess what? That's in my head. I know I don't like you. I will keep moving. And I won't go back.
Now, I play devil's advocate here because YouTube claims that the key to success and growth on the platform is overall viewer satisfaction, which really is a metric that can't be measured.
No.
But on one of my other channels, all of the videos that perform the best have the lowest like rate. They have more thumbs down than they do thumbs up.
Well, so mine too on the main channel. Well, actually both channels probably.
Which would then be like, well, we were looking at it from the standpoint of, well, we need to have a 100%, everyone needs to like it. And then YouTube would see that everyone's satisfied with it.
And they'll push it.
And no, that doesn't work.
No.
But here's the flip side. Here's devil's advocate. Some people, for instance, if you remember, Zach, not Zach here in Florida, but Zach in Georgia.
Uh-huh.
When we would go to basketball games together, he would prefer to go to the game to heckle the other team.
Yes. Well,
that would provide him the most satisfaction.
I got the most satisfaction out of any game ever when I got to heckle LeBron James. So I can't even say that.
that was what provided him the most satisfaction.
Yeah.
So
I know that makes me hypocritical right there. I'm fully aware. But for some reason, basketball is different. Sports are different.
If we look at YouTube the same way, some people are showing up to heckle. They're showing up to be disappointed, to be triggered, to have a problem.
Yeah.
Which ultimately drives down the like percentage and increases the amount of thumbs downs that you guys can't see, only we see on the back end. That then tells YouTube that they are more satisfied with it because they have shown they don't like it. And it makes the video do better.
So dumb. So I should just say one really stupid thing in every single video that everybody will disagree with so that there can be a high dislike rate and YouTube will be like, oh, this is a winner.
I like how you think you can limit it to just one.
I know, I'm going to say so many things.
But then it's like, all right, well, if you know this is where we get really, really crappy content. If you know this, then you intentionally go out and make content that you know people aren't going to like.
Oh, yeah.
To get views. Like there's a little guy, I don't remember his name, but this little guy, he walks around, a little white kid, walks around with hired black bodyguards.
Oh God, I hate that kid.
Bodyguards. And he walks around intentionally to pick fights with people to then hide behind the bodyguard. And
I saw one video I will never watch again.
And record it. And people love to hate him. They love to hate him. And he's exploiting some young women.
He's the same one who went to the Walmart self-checkout and...
I don't remember.
He is.
But this is the culture, and society accepts it. They feed off of it. They want more of it. So then the algorithms push it because the algorithms are seeing that this is what is satisfying. Not in the sense of A+, 5 stars, great reviews. No, people want to watch it. People want to get angry at it, and that's what satisfies them.
Keep in mind, this is nothing new. Gladiators, I mean, they literally went into the basically the Thunderdome. I don't remember what it's called, but the pit, and they had to fight for their lives. And people went there and threw roses at them. Same thing, bullfighting. Hopefully, they're going to get gored to death. Same thing with running from the bull. Same thing with bull riding now, and all these other things. Everything is meant. The people get the most satisfaction out of things that should bring them the most anger and unhappiness, yet that's what they like.
So this is why we are starting a new channel. And this is why a lot of these conversations will have to be completed over on Patreon. It's because we can't really share everything we really want to share here.
No.
And maybe we can share later why. But I'll just give you a little taste. And it's called BDSM, okay? I don't even know what this stands for.
Okay.
BDSM. That's like whips and chains and all that stuff, right? Is BDSM that?
Maybe. I thought that was something else. I thought that was a music thing. Maybe I'm thinking of EDM.
I think BDSM, I guess I probably shouldn't say it too many
times.
times.
Yes, it is.
What's the definition of it?
It's a variety of often erotic practices or role-playing involving bondage, discipline, dominance, and submission. BDSM. Okay. Sadomasochism.
So there's probably another term for this that I'm not aware of. But essentially you would think, okay, well, and we're not going to go too far here. We'll have to finish on Patreon. But let's just say, sex and intercourse and romance, you have this idea. Mm-hmm. The movies, they paint these pictures. I was going to say Disney, but Disney's painting a whole new picture of what romance is. Yeah. Bromance. So, and you see this and it's like, okay, romance is actually, I saw one as a little short on YouTube and it said, happy couple or romance in Greece. And it was a staged short in a pool where you can see the mountains behind them and the guy walks up and kisses her. It's like, nobody does that.
I was about to say, we've been married almost 16 years. Actually, it'll be 16 years since our first date very, very soon. And we kiss each other maybe twice a day. There's in the morning one when I leave to take the kid to school and at bedtime. And on special days, there's more kisses. But it's not like we sit around and just, hold my hand. None of that. I don't know.
We ain't got time for that.
We ain't got time for that.
Let's see. How do I get to my shorts?
I don't know.
It says there's got to be more shorts, right?
I have no idea.
So I saw this little clip, or maybe I didn't watch it.
Maybe it was just there.
So there it is right here. Couple goals in Greece.
Well, of course, she's long hair, tan.
Couple goals in
bikini.
Greece. And it's fake. What this is I would be willing to bet this is probably...
It's the same couple every single time.
It's probably extreme double dipping, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're on vacation or they're working, which would probably be even better. They're models. They're not even together.
Yeah.
They're models working, taking advantage of the location, getting paid to do this, creating story blocks, royalty-free content that they're going to sell for people to use in B-roll, and also... being sponsored by these hotels and travel agencies and airlines to send people to Greece. Mm-hmm. Like it's a win-win. Couple goals, okay? So
that should be ours, couple goals. And as I walk behind you and smack you in the back of the head for something and you just let it happen. That's a couple goal.
So they're showing you the idea of couple goals. Beautiful locations, people are in shape, sun's shining, everything's great. And, oh, by the way, they're by themselves. There's no one else here either.
Never ever anybody else, yeah.
You resort all to yourself.
Yeah.
But for some, that is not couple goals.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that's single goals for a lot of people. Screw the dude. I want to be in Greece by myself, eating the food and swimming and looking at all the Greek men.
Forget couple goals. Let's talk about romance. Let's talk about, for some...
Romance to me is when we're going up the stairs to the apartment, you're behind me and you're like literally doing that double punch thing on my butt.
But for some, they would rather be tied up and tortured and have clamps and hot things put on them.
That's true.
And beat and,
Some people want to be in diapers. It's really weird.
Asphyxiated or whatever.
Asphyxiated.
It's, to the point where, it's got to have a safe word and shit.
Pineapple.
To them, that is satisfaction. Mm-hmm. This would make them vomit.
You'd be like, oh,
this would make them vomit.
Yeah, but the other one.
You can't look at them and say, okay, well, that's crazy. I don't want to do that. But if that's what gets you off, then that's what gets you off. Mm-hmm. So we have to think about that too when it
comes to the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, their enjoyment comes from the pain.
Like,
their enjoyment comes from the pain.
She made it through the whole video and not once did anybody run her over. She didn't choke at all. Nothing weird happened.
The satisfaction comes from the pain.
Yes. You didn't bring me anything that I could be mad about, cry about, be upset about, that would cause me stress or keep me up at night. Thumbs down. You smiled. Fuck you. Thumbs down.
But you never know what that is because let's just say there's this giant just collective group of negative haters, right?
Haterade. Mm-hmm.
But they all don't get triggered. They all aren't satisfied by the same hate and negativity. But you never know who YouTube's going to send you to. So you get sprinkled on you just randomly instead of like a whole torrential downpour. You get that sprinkle that just doesn't stop. You're like, last time all right, let's just say you're dating, okay? Let's just say, because that's what you're doing. You're dating. sort of.
Okay.
Every video is like dating. Because you're like trying to introduce yourself to new people and see if they like you, want to subscribe and talk to you and share. So it's kind of like dating, right?
Yeah.
So you say to yourself, well, you know, I'm in this Tinder or whatever, this group or whatever. And, you know, these people, they like erotic stuff. You know, they like things that most people probably wouldn't be down with.
Or at least talk about.
And so, you know, my last, partner liked it when I did this. And so you're dating someone new and you go to do that to them and they're like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, I thought everybody liked this painful
thing
process. And they're like, no, I don't like that. So that's the thing. It's like, you just
don't
never
like
know.
high heels on your junk?
You never know who you're going to get next time.
His life is like a box of chocolates. Or life is like BDSM. You never know
who you're going to get next time. So if you continue, it's like, well, what do? Well, what you should do is just be yourself all the time. Maybe up front and be like, hey, real quick before we go any further, I'm going to want to step on your balls with my high heels.
Are you okay with this? No? Front part, back part, middle part? No?
So, these are things it's like I wouldn't intentionally go out there and just try to do it. I'm just going to be me. And I know that without any real extra effort, I will piss some people off. Like just existing.
I mean, we piss each other off and we're married to each other.
Just by
existing.
me being in my own video that you clicked on because I was on the thumbnail will piss you off. Like, I didn't expect you to be here. Why are you here again?
That's the dumbest thing.
But it's actually really funny because I did this on purpose just to kind of get under the skin of some of these folks here. I'll see if I can find this comment.
So the one yesterday that you got the notification where I replied, the comment yesterday was something along the lines of, you should just let Michelle be in videos by herself. I don't know why you need to be here because she's happy and you're not happy and it makes her look
I didn't see that one.
That's when I replied to, or I said, you clearly saw that he was in the thumbnail.
You replied and I saw it and I was like, what happened? You were like, I took care of it.
I took care of it.
I'm like, I never saw it. So
yeah, I took care of it. They were like, I love her. And I basically replied back with, fuck off. I don't need your love. Don't you dare disrespect my husband like that. You clicked on a video that had him in the thumbnail. So why would you be upset that he's here? F off. Like, that's not cool.
So
if you like me, shitting on my husband is not a way to make me like you back.
But they like to do that. And if we didn't offer that to them, then they wouldn't actually like what they claim that they want.
That's true. That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Not everybody, obviously, but there are those people. Yeah. I see.
But this comment came through the video we did earlier this morning, and it says, I got lost on what you're... Actually, I'm not going to read it. You read it. You try to read this.
Oh, I can. I can already tell you. Got lost on what your point that you were trying to convey. It took a while for you to get there. All right. The book takes like 300 pages sometimes. Sometimes it takes 40. Sometimes it takes 1,000. It takes a minute to get to the end. So either stay along for the ride or bail. Like those are your options.
I would love to highlight everybody, all the great comments I received. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, everybody just says hi, says thank you, says appreciate it. Provides valuable insight. Somebody or a few comments came through last night. They were like, well, you shouldn't even be talking about this. You shouldn't even be discussing this because you're just giving them what they want. You're giving them you're giving them your attention and promoting this, that. I was like, look, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. Okay. Yeah. Number one, we never mentioned who it was because I don't like giving people like that credit.
Nope.
But number two is there's not going to be a lot of conversation or ability for us to learn and grow if we're only talking about, that was a really good comment. They said, thank you. They said, subscribe. They said, I like you.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate it, but I feel like we need to be talking about a lot of things. And one of those things being, for instance, you in essence, I've heard this before, you take too long to get to the point. Okay, well, if I take too long for you, then you're free to leave. You don't have to be here.
Yeah.
You could also utilize the
fast forward
2x speed if you want on the video.
Yeah.
Or you can just
read the transcript.
Just wait 2 days, and then Tammy AI is going to summarize my video.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or read the transcript, and then you can get to the point immediately. You can just scroll down to the last line and be like, thanks for watching, bye. Well, there's the point. Thanks.
But that's the thing. It's like, I never really have a point for any of my videos. I look at my videos as numerous points in a conversation, in a discussion. It's not as simple as A and B, straight line, start to finish. Like, there's a lot going on, okay? Somebody even said, well, actually, let's see if I can, it might still be here because it was one of the earlier comments. And
from this morning?
Yeah. Please give us the problem first, then explain. Heart. So I think the heart at the end was to let me know that they didn't mean
negatively. But maybe it's easier for some people.
The fact that first is entirely capitalized kind of is like emphasizing first. But here's the deal. I'm going to do what I want to do.
Well, because if you think about the Hegelian, whatever they call it, thing, problem, reaction, solution. So that's what people are ingrained to want. The problem, reaction, the solution.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is it. It's my channel. If you want to give them the problem first, go for it on your channel. If you want to start a channel and you give them the problem first, that's cool too. I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it.
Yeah.
How I want to do it. And honestly, the problem was throughout, because it wasn't just one single problem, which I would say got me started on this topic, which was trying to determine a title and a thumbnail for her video. But the problem was actually that integrity in journalism, ethics, organic farming versus pesticides. There's so many. So I'm not going to sit there and be like, I'm not going to sit here and pre-plan the entire thing. This is how conversations work. I'm not going to, be robotic. Oh, you're reading a script. I'm going to fucking do what I want to do. I'm going to say what I want to say.
Yeah.
The conversation is going to go how it's going to go. It's going to end when I want it to end. And I appreciate you if you are sticking around for it. And if not, no harm, no foul. Thanks for
trying.
Thanks for trying, But thank you for the comments no matter what, because they're going to continuously provide for more opportunities for us to have these chats.
Yeah.
And they're not all going to be the same. Some of them are going to they're going to be random topics, different topics, plus, minus, positive, negative, good, bad, indifferent, questioning, no specifics.
Yeah.
And definitely no overblown, over sensationalized, strung out garbage that is just, it's in essence a waste of time. And when you're done, you didn't really learn anything.
Except for now you're anxious.
Yeah, anxious for no reason.
Yeah.
Why do I give a fuck if 8 stores closed in Chapter 11 bankruptcy? I don't.